up, guys? Lee here, the last movie hero. So usually I do reviews on theatrical movies, but I want to talk about a series on HBO that I've pretty much been in love with for the last couple of years. It's called Insecure, and like I said, it's on HBO, and it is one of the smartest, I want to call it maybe an adult situation comedies I've seen on TV in a long time. Now, it stars an actress by the name of Issa Rae, and she's not only the star of the show, she's a writer, and she's also the creator of the show, Insecure. And the reason I want to talk about it is because, look, this is a show that is predominantly African American, and it is created by an African American female. It is written by an African American female, and it stars an African American female. And in this day and age of, so much stuff on television that's centered around, and I say, not minorities sometimes, this is one of the smartest, most well-written, and well-acted shows on TV. And, listen, the demographics for this show are definitely, it's aimed toward African American females. But I kind of stumbled onto it one day, watching television and seeing a little, I guess a little trailer for it, a little commercial for it while I was watching HBO. I said, I want to check this out. And this was well into the first season. I ended up binging, every episode up until where it was, and actually, I was hooked on it from episode one. Waited for the second season, watched the entire second season, and it was as good or better than the first. And now they're into the third season, I think the third episode of the third season, which is, like I said, phenomenally good. And it's kind of rare these days because you have a show like Insecure that is, that like I said before, it's focused on an African American female and her day-to-day life in LA and her sexual exploits, if you want to call it, her friends, her finances and everything. And it's funny. As a male, I didn't even think that I would be attracted to something like that. And, I should have rethought that because I am not afraid to say that back in the day, I was a fan of Sex and the City. I used to watch that show. Didn't tell any of my guy friends I was watching Sex and the City, but I was watching Sex and the City Sundays on HBO when it used to come on. And you can definitely, in the show Insecure, you can see the influence of Sex and the City on this show. Creator Issa Rae, I'm pretty sure that, Sex and the City influenced her, with this show because it's basically an urban version of Sex and the City. They're taking all the characters from Sex and the City, and they have, she has kind of looked at that from a black female's point of view, and she's updated it, and it's definitely one of the best shows on HBO. And I can say as a male watching this show, trying to relate to some of the things that are going on in this show, it's definitely relatable from a standpoint of people who are dating, people who are married, people who have issues with money and the just regular day-to-day grind. And they're taking all those things and they've looked at it from the African American female's point of view, and they have put a comedic spin on it, which, the show's funny. It's extremely funny. There are so many situations in the show that are funny, but in a realistic way. And I am amazed to see a show like this on HBO that is doing, that's doing well. For the writing, for the way the show is produced, from the way the comedic elements about the show. Issa Rae, she is probably one of the funniest women I've seen on television to date. A woman like that who has written and produced, and she's acting in this show. She's like a multiple threat on multiple levels. She is, putting something out there that is so good to watch. And the reason, like I said, the reason I'm talking about is because if you're a male and you watch, I'm a guy that watches sci-fi, watches action, and I'm into the big budget movies like that and everything. But to see something on television so well produced, so well acted and well written. You know, we kind of like sometimes we miss certain gems that are out there because we're so focused on the other things. Insecure is definitely, and when you look at comedies, you look at 30-minute comedies like that on HBO, on premium television. This is by far one of, if not the best one out there. And I know in the African American community, a lot of African American females, they probably watch it and they're probably into it and everything. But like I said, the reason I'm making this, video is because I think that if you enjoy television like that, even if you're a male, if you are white, if you're Asian, if no matter who you may be, and this goes for females of other races as well, if you think that it doesn't relate to you because it centers on African American females, then I think you're missing something, because although they put a spin on it, which is that focuses on the African American community, there's something relatable in this show to anybody that chooses to watch it. Because like I said, I'm an African American male, and there's a lot of things about the show I can relate to. Not only the relationship aspects or the financial aspects of it or the day-to-day struggle of it and everything, it's just a funny show. And if you like laughing, if you like comedy like that, if you were a fan of Sex and the City back in the day, which that was years and years ago, and you might want to watch this show because there's something about this show that does remind you of Sex and the City, and at the same time, it has an updated spin on it. And it's amazing to see a show like this on like I said, on HBO that focuses on minorities, and it's not necessarily a negative thing. It's just something that everybody can relate to. Insecure is by far, like I said, one of the best shows on HBO, and I think that you would do yourself a service if you check it out. It comes on Sundays on HBO, but check it out, and I guarantee if you watch 1 or 2 episodes, it will make you want to go back and just binge the entire series up to now. Issa Rae, she's amazing. She's an amazing actress. She's an amazing writer. I want to call her a comedian, because her comedic flow is outstanding, and it's probably one of the best I've seen in a long time. Like I said, HBO Insecure is on HBO Sundays, and I'm pretty sure you can catch it in reruns, or you can just what do you call it? Get it on demand, or whatever you want to do. But it's definitely a show that I think you should be watching. It's funny, it's amazing, it's just a fantastic show, and I am not afraid to admit that I like it. I'm a guy, I'm a guy, and I do like HBO's Insecure, and I think it's something that a lot of other guys would pretty much enjoy too. Like, if you haven't seen it, check it out on HBO Sundays, and this is sounding more like a commercial for HBO's Insecure. That's not what it is though. Anyway guys, check it out. I think you'll like it. If you have seen it, please leave your comments below so we can talk about it. And as always, hit that like button. And if you don't subscribe to my channel, do me a favor, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys next time at The Last Movie Hero. Lee out.